You know what's crazy? Some people walk into a room and nobody messes with them. They don't yell, they don't fight, they don't have to prove their worth or explain their boundaries. They just exist, and everyone from the waiter to the CEO respects them. They have that main character energy you can feel from 10 feet away. Then there's everyone else. Maybe that's you. You walk into that same room, you're nice, you're kind. You smile at everyone because you want them to feel comfortable. You go out of your way to be helpful. And yet, people interrupt you. They talk over you. They make jokes at your expense that aren't actually funny. They treat your time like it's trash and your feelings like they're optional. It feels like you're invisible, like you're a doormat with a welcome sign on your chest. And it hurts every single time. But here's the truth that nobody wants to tell you. Here is the secret that the respected people know and you don't. You are not being treated badly because you are too nice. You are being treated badly because you are sending the wrong signals. In modern society, your niceness is being read as a target. Toxic people, manipulators, narcissists, energy vampires, they aren't looking for weak people. They are looking for nice people. They are looking for the people who are too polite to call them out. The people who are terrified of being seen as dramatic or sensitive. The people who value other people's comfort more than their own self-respect. Every time you laugh off a rude comment to keep the peace, you're not being chill. You're sending a signal that says, you can disrespect me, and I'll keep smiling. Today, that ends. Today, we stop training people to mistreat you. But before we get to the weapons, you need to understand why you haven't fought back yet. Have you ever wondered why you freeze in arguments? Picture this. Someone insults you at a meeting or a family dinner. Your heart starts racing. Your palms get sweaty. Your throat feels tight. You want to say something, anything, but the words just won't come out. Then, 2 hours later, you're in the shower or lying in bed, and you think of the perfect comeback. Why didn't you say it then? It's called the amygdala hijack. Toxic people are masters of biohacking. They use specific, sneaky questions to trigger your brain's survival mode. They flood your system with cortisol, the stress hormone. They bypass your logical mind and go straight for your fear. They make you feel like you're back in high school, being bullied for being different. You're not weak. Your brain is just trying to protect you by staying quiet. But in reality, it's giving them exactly what they want. Total control. I've analyzed thousands of hours of toxic behavior. I've looked at the patterns, and I've found that there are 7 specific questions, 7 linguistic traps that these people use to keep you small. If you don't know what to listen for, you'll fall for them every time. You'll feel guilty. You'll feel crazy. You'll feel like you are the problem. But today, I'm giving you the antidote. I'm showing you the 7 most dangerous questions toxic people ask. I'm breaking down the why behind them. And most importantly, I'm giving you 7 power scripts, short, surgical sentences that stop the disrespect instantly. No yelling, no crying, no explaining, just pure, cold authority. Plus, stay until the end, because I'm going to show you the extinction burst, the exact moment when a manipulator realizes they've lost control over you, and how to survive the storm that follows. Are you ready to stop being the target? Are you ready to take your life back? Let's start with trap number 1, the question that has kept more good people quiet than almost any other. Why are you so sensitive? Let's dive into the first 3 traps. These are the most common. They are designed to make you feel like you are too much or not enough. They target your empathy and use it as a weapon against you. If you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling like you were the crazy one for standing up for yourself, you've been caught in these. Here is how you break out. Trap number 1, the emotional gaslight. Imagine this. You're at a meeting, or maybe a family dinner. Someone says something that crosses the line. They comment on your weight, your job performance, or your relationship status. It's a direct hit. It stings. So you do the brave thing. You speak up. You say, hey, that wasn't cool. That actually hurt my feelings. And instead of apologizing, they smirk. They lean back. They look at everyone else in the room, and then they look at you and say, why are you so sensitive? Wait, what just happened? A second ago, they were the one being rude. Now, suddenly, you are the problem. Your feelings are the problem. Your sensitivity is the problem. This is a classic biohack. They are trying to make you doubt your own nervous system. They want you to think, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I should be tougher. The second you start wondering if you're too sensitive, they've won. Because now, you're not talking about their bad behavior anymore. You're performing an autopsy on your own personality. The script. Next time they ask this, don't defend yourself. Don't explain why you have feelings. Look them dead in the eye, keep your face blank, and say, I'm not too sensitive. You were just being rude. And then, stop. Talk about the weather. Take a sip of your water. The power of this script is that it names the behavior. It shifts the spotlight back to the source of the fire. You aren't arguing about your emotions. You are stating a fact about their lack of manners. Healthy people say, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that hurt you. Toxic people say, why is it a big deal? Know the difference. Trap number 2, the humorous shield. This one is even more subtle. It's the bully with a smile tactic. Someone says something incredibly insulting. They do it in front of a group. Everyone laughs because they're uncomfortable or they want to be part of the in crowd. You feel humiliated. You tell them to stop. And they laugh. They shake their head like you're a child and say, can't you take a joke? This is an evil trap. It puts you in a lose-lose situation. If you say no, you look like the boring person who ruins the fun. If you say yes, or just fake a smile, you give them a lifetime license to keep disrespecting you. You are literally telling them, my dignity is for sale, and the price is your approval. Here's the truth. A joke is only a joke if everyone is laughing. If you're the target and you're not laughing, it's not humor. It's an assault. The script. When they hide behind the joke shield, don't get angry. Anger is what they want. It proves their point that you can't take a joke. Instead, stay cold. Stay calm. Say, jokes are supposed to be funny. That wasn't. Then, give them the 3-second silence. Count it in your head. 1, 2, 3. Watch what happens to the energy in the room. The air will leave the conversation. They will fumble. They will try to explain why it was funny. Let them. Watching a bully try to explain a bad joke is the most satisfying thing you will ever see. You've just taught everyone in that room that your boundaries aren't up for debate. Trap number 3, the deflection, the narcissist's mirror. This one happens when you need support. Imagine you've had a brutal day. You're exhausted. You're burnt out. You sit down with your partner or your friend, and you start to share your struggle. You're looking for a safe place to land. But before you can even finish your sentence, they cut you off. They look annoyed. They say, why do you always make things about you? This is the ultimate deflection. Toxic people hate it when they aren't the center of attention. They hate it when you have needs that they might have to meet. So, they flip it. They accuse you of being the narcissist for simply having a bad day. It's a form of emotional starvation. They want to train you to stop asking for help. They want you to be a doormat that only exists to listen to their problems. If you fall for this, you'll stop sharing. You'll bottle everything up. And eventually, you'll disappear inside the relationship. The script. Don't get defensive. Don't start listing all the times you listen to them. That's what they want, a fight. Instead, be surgical. Say, I'm not making it about me. I'm just stating my needs. Can you meet them right now? Or should I talk to someone else? This is a power move. You are forcing them to choose. Be a friend or admit you don't care. Most manipulators will back off because they don't want to be exposed as the person who doesn't care. But even if they keep being toxic, you've won. Because you just realized that this person isn't a safe space. You stopped being a victim, and you started being an observer. We've covered the emotional traps. Now, we're moving into the dark territory of facts and history. These next 3 questions are what I call reality erasers. They aren't just trying to make you feel bad, they are trying to rewrite your past and delete your sense of truth. This is where the psychological damage gets deep. If you don't have a script for these, you will eventually lose your mind. You will stop trusting your own eyes and ears. Let's fix that right now. Trap number 4. The reality eraser. Classic gaslighting. Imagine you're in a relationship, maybe with a partner, maybe a business associate. They made a promise. They said they would help with the project. They said they would be home by 6. They didn't show up. They didn't help. When you bring it up, you expect an apology. Instead, they look at you with total confusion, maybe even a little bit of pity, and say, when did I ever say that? This is the nuclear option of manipulation. They are betting that you value the relationship more than you value the truth. They want you to think, wait, did I mishear them? Did I dream that? In the modern world, this happens on Slack, on iMessage, on WhatsApp. Even when you have the receipts, the screenshots, they will tell you that you're misinterpreting the text. Why is this so dangerous? Because your memory is your foundation. If they can shake your foundation, they can build whatever house they want on top of you. They want you to trust their version of events more than your own brain. The script. Stop trying to prove it. Stop scrolling through your phone to find the message. Stop arguing. The more you try to prove you're right, the more they know they've hooked you. Look at them. Keep your voice low. Say, "You did say it. I remember it clearly. I'm not debating my reality. Let's move to the solution." The magic is in the phrase, "I'm not debating my reality." You aren't asking for their permission to be right. You are stating that the debate is over. By moving straight to the solution, you're showing them that their lie didn't work. You've just turned their reality eraser into a brick wall. Trap number 5. The gratitude chain. This one usually comes from the people closest to you. Family, mentors, long-term friends. You finally find the courage to set a boundary. You say no to a weekend trip you can't afford, or you tell your parents they can't show up at your house unannounced anymore. You expect them to respect your growth. Instead, they weaponize your history. They look at you with hurt eyes and say, "After everything I've done for you? Oof, that's a heavy hit." This is the gratitude chain. They aren't reminding you of their kindness because they love you. They're reminding you so they can use it as a leash. Real kindness is a gift. Manipulation is a debt. When someone says this, they are telling you that their past help was actually a down payment on your future compliance. They believe they bought the right to disrespect you. If you feel guilty here, you'll cave. And if you cave, you've just told them that as long as they do one nice thing for you, they can hurt you 10 times and you'll stay quiet. The script. You have to separate the past from the present. You can be grateful for what they did and firm about what you need now. Say, "I truly appreciate what you've done for me in the past, but that is not a license to control my present. We are talking about right now." You've just acknowledged the debt and canceled it in the same breath. You are showing them that your respect cannot be bought. You are a person, not a transaction. Trap number 6. The non-apology, the deflector. This is the most viral toxic phrase in America right now. It sounds like an apology, but it's actually an insult. You go to someone and say, "Hey, when you ignored me at the party, it made me feel really small." They don't want to admit they were rude. They don't want to change. So they give you the fake out. They say, "I'm sorry you feel that way." Pay attention to the grammar. They aren't sorry for what they did. They are sorry for how you reacted. They are basically saying, "I'm sorry you're so emotional," or "I'm sorry you're so weak that my behavior bothered you." It's a masterclass in shifting the blame. It closes the door on the conversation and makes you look like the difficult one for still being upset. The script. Don't say it's okay, because it's not okay. Don't let them walk away thinking they've apologized. Call it out immediately. Say, "Don't apologize for my feelings. Apologize for the behavior that caused them. My feelings are a reaction to your actions." This is surgical. You are forcing them to look at the cause, not the symptom. You are telling them that you see through the mask. Most people will be stunned by this because they've been using that fake apology for years and it always worked. Not anymore. We have reached the final boss of toxic questions. Up until now, they've attacked your emotions, your humor, and your memory. But this last trap is designed to attack your intelligence. It's designed to make you stop looking at the facts so they can keep getting away with their behavior. And once we break this trap, I'm going to show you exactly what happens next. Because when you start using these scripts, the toxic person is going to panic. I'm going to teach you how to survive that panic mode using nothing but your body language. Trap number 7, the intelligence gaslight. Imagine you've noticed a pattern. Maybe your partner is always working late on the same nights they happen to be untraceable. Maybe your business partner is moving money in a way that doesn't make sense. Or maybe a friend only calls you when they need money, but disappears the second you're the one in trouble. You bring it up. You're calm. You have the facts. They don't have an answer. So they use the ultimate dismissive weapon. They sigh, roll their eyes, and say, "You're just overthinking it." This is a direct attack on your intuition. In America, we value pattern recognition. It's how we survive. It's how we succeed. But a toxic person wants you to believe that your ability to see the truth is actually a mental flaw. They want you to think you're crazy or paranoid or obsessive. Why? Because if you stop overthinking, you stop noticing their lies. They want you to go back to sleep. They want you to be the chill person who ignores the red flags until the house is on fire. The script. Do not explain your logic. Do not show them your evidence again. If they've decided you're overthinking, more facts won't change their mind. They'll just use them to find better ways to lie. Stand your ground. Say, I'm not overthinking. I'm observing a pattern. And the pattern stops now. Then, walk away. You've just told them two things. One, you trust your brain. Two, their pattern is no longer working on you. You've just taken the remote control back. The extinction burst. Surviving the storm. Here is something nobody tells you about setting boundaries. It gets worse before it gets better. In psychology, there is a term called the extinction burst. Think of it like this. If you put money into a vending machine and it doesn't give you the soda, what do? You don't just walk away. You hit the button again. You hit it harder. You might even kick the machine. Toxic people are the same. For years, they've pushed your buttons, and you gave them what they wanted. Your attention, your guilt, your compliance. Now, suddenly, you're using power scripts. You're staying calm. You aren't feeding them anymore. They are going to freak out. They will yell louder. They will bring up things you did 10 years ago. They will tell everyone you've changed, or that you're being mean. This is the extinction burst. They are kicking the machine to see if they can get it to work again. Most people quit here. They get scared. They think, oh no, I've made it worse. I should go back to being nice. Don't. The storm means you're winning. If they are screaming, it's because they've realized they have no other way to reach you. Stay solid. Stay the machine that doesn't give out free sodas anymore. Nonverbal mastery. The weapons of silence. When the extinction burst happens, you don't even need words. You need nonverbal authority. Here are the 3 habits that make manipulators realize they've lost the war. 1. The blank face. Emotional starvation. Toxic people eat your reactions. Your anger, your tears, your frustration, that is their power source. When they attack, keep your face like a wall. No squinting, no frowning, just neutral. Imagine you're looking at a stranger on a bus who is talking to themselves. You aren't mad, you're just uninterested. When you stop reacting, they start starving. R. The power of slow. When we are nervous, we move fast. We talk fast. We fidget. It's a signal of submission. From now on, do everything 20% slower. Walk slower. Blink slower. Take a breath before you answer. Rushing makes you look like a prey. Moving slow makes you look like a predator. 3. The silence weapon. This is the most terrifying thing you can do to a manipulator. After you say a power script, don't say another word. Count to 3 in your head. 1, 2, 3. Keep eye contact. In a conversation, the person who feels the need to fill the silence is the one with the least power. Let them feel the silence. Let them babble. Let them dig their own hole. Part 5. The exit strategy. Stepping into your main character era. We've covered the 7 traps. We've mastered the power scripts. We've talked about the science of the extinction burst. But here is the final, most important truth. Scripts are just tools. The person holding the tool is what matters. You can have the best weapon in the world, but if you don't believe you have the right to use it, you'll stay a target. This final part is about your identity shift. It's about moving from the nice person who gets used to the respected person who leads. It's time for your main character audit. Boundary versus wish. The law of consequences. Listen close, because this is the mistake 99% of people make. They set a boundary. They say, don't talk to me like that. Then the toxic person talks to them like that again. And what do? They stay. They argue. They explain why it hurt. A boundary without a consequence is not a boundary. It's just a wish. Toxic people don't care about your wishes. They only care about what you will tolerate. If you tell someone, my time is valuable, but you keep waiting for them when they're 30 minutes late, you just taught them that your words mean nothing. You just taught them that your time is actually not valuable. From now on, your boundaries must have teeth. If they cross the line once, use the script. If they cross the line twice, remove their access. Access to you is a privilege. It is not a right. Not for your family, not for your best friend, not for your boss. If they cannot treat the privilege with respect, they lose it. You don't need to make a big announcement. You don't need a drama-filled breakup speech. You just disappear. You become busy. You take longer to reply. You stop being the one who reaches out. Silence is the loudest consequence there is. The 30-day boundary audit. I want you to look at your life like a business. Every person in your circle is either an asset or a liability. An asset brings peace, support, and growth. A liability brings drama, guilt, and doubt. For the next 30 days, I want you to perform an audit. Pay attention to how you feel after you hang up the phone with someone. Do you feel energized? Or do you feel like you just finished a 12-hour shift in a coal mine? Pay attention to who asks, "How are you?" and actually waits for the answer. And most importantly, pay attention to who gets angry when you start using these power scripts. The people who truly love you will be surprised at first, but they will eventually say, "Wow, I'm glad you're standing up for yourself." The people who are using you will fight you. They will call you mean. They will say you've changed. Good, let them. Their anger is the proof that your boundaries are working. You are filtering your life. You are clearing out the weeds so the flowers can finally grow. The identity shift. You are not the problem. We've spent 18,000 characters talking about toxic people. But this video isn't really about them. It's about you. It's about the moment you realize that you don't have to earn respect. You don't have to be perfect or productive or helpful enough to be treated with basic human dignity. You deserve respect because you exist. Period. The toxic people in your life, the ones asking those 7 questions, they want you to stay small. They want you to believe that your sensitivity is a flaw and your memory is a lie. They want you to stay in the supporting actor role in their story. Stop playing that role. Step into your main character era. The main character doesn't argue with villains. They don't beg for approval. They just set the terms and live their life. When you start believing you are the prize, the world starts treating you like one. It sounds like magic, but it's just psychology. People treat you the way you train them to treat you. Starting today, the training is over. If you made it this far, you are already stronger than you were 20 minutes ago. You have the knowledge. You have the scripts. Now, you need the commitment. Here is your first move. Subscribe right now. One click. It's a signal to yourself that you are committed to your own growth and mental health. We are building a community of people who are done being doormats. Comment the word respect below. Why? Because when you type it, you're making a contract with yourself. You're telling the universe and everyone in the comments that your era of being manipulated ends today. Choose one script. Just one. Whether its jokes are supposed to be funny, or I'm not debating my reality. Use it this week. Even if your voice shakes, even if your heart is racing, do it once and watch the power shift. You are not the problem. You never were. Their inability to respect you is their failure, not yours. But your decision to stay or leave, that's your power. Take it back. I'll see you in the next video, where I'm going to show you the body language hacks that stop a narcissist before they even open their mouth. Stay strong, stay solid, and remember, stop being a doormat. Be the floor. I'm out.